All right, guys, we're doing 12.2 frequency and histograms. So to review 12.1 that Miss May taught you, remember this is a scalar. It's going to multiply essentially to all four parts. Since we have a 2 by 2, our results will also be a 2 by 2. Okay? So -5 times -1 is a +5. -5 times 3 is a -15. -5 times 2 is a -10. -5 times -2 is a +10. So the 2 by 2 matrix will be our final answer. So today we're going to talk about frequency tables. This groups a set of data into intervals and shows the frequency for each interval. So in science or in math, if you have a lot of data, you want to put them into groups so that you can kind of see where your data lies. So our first example is to make a frequency table. The number of home runs by the batters in a local home run derby are listed below. What is a frequency table that represents the data? Okay. So first of all, we were talking about the number of home runs by the batters. So that is going to be what we are looking at, number of home runs. And we are going to be looking at the frequency. Okay? So first step is to divide the data into its intervals. We do this by calculating the max minus the min and adding 1 to it. So if I'm looking at the numbers, my max will be the 17. My min will be the 2. We're going to add 1 to that. So 17 minus 2 is 15. 15 plus 1, it will be 16. Okay? Then it says divide into a reasonable number of categories. When you divide into your categories, you don't want to have a decimal. So our numbers that could go into 16 would be 2 and 8 or 4 and 4. So we're going to choose divide by 4 equal 4. So you are taking the range of 16, dividing it into 4 groups. So that means that your range of numbers will be 4 numbers, okay? Always start with your min, which was the number 2. So if we're starting at 2, again, we're going to create 4 groups with 4 numbers in them. So we're going to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. So our next group will then continue with the number 6. So then 6, 7, 8, 9. The next group will then start with 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13. And our last group will start with 14, and then 14, 15, 16, 17. As you can see, if you do this correctly, it always should start at your min, and your max should always end at the last number, or it should be covered by the last number. Now we are going to go through and count the number in each category. So first we're going to check the numbers 2 through 5. So I'm looking for any 2 through 5. I have a 2, a 5, a 3, a 4. Okay? I counted 4 numbers there. So that is the frequency. We're looking through 6 through 9. Okay? 7, 7, 9, 7. Again, I counted 4 numbers. We're looking 10 through 13. Okay, so 10 through 13. I counted 3 numbers. And then we're looking 14 through 17. 14 and 15, where's my last one? And the 17. Okay, so again, there was 3 of those. Again, just to confirm that I got them all, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 numbers. 4 and 4 make 8. 3 and 3 make 6. 8 and 6 is 14. So that works. All right, since that problem was about baseball and you know how much I'm missing the baseball season, that is going to be our keyword at the top. No, I did not make you guys write the Dodgers, okay? You're welcome. All right. Okay, so the next example, the only difference is it has the word cumulative, okay? So we're going to have an extra category in the table. So our example is the number of text messages sent on one day by different students are shown below. What is a cumulative frequency table that represents the data? So our headings will be the number of texts. We are going to have our frequency, so counting up the ones that fall in the categories, and then our last one will say cumulative frequency. Okay, so again, we are starting with our max minus our min plus 1 to that. So my max is going to be that 49. My min is going to be, 0. So 49 subtracting 0 plus 1 should give you the number 50. Again, we want to divide this into a reasonable amount of categories. So 5 and 10 work really well. So I don't want to write down 10 different categories, so I'm going to divide by 5 to equal 10. So remember, this is going to be the number of groups, and then this is going to be how many numbers fall within the group. So we again always start at our min, so the number 0, and we are going to count out 10 numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? Again, I counted with my fingers. We ended at 9. The next one will start at 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So as you can see, it's always going to end on the 9 and start with the next place value. So 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49. Again, if you do this correctly, right, it starts at our min and it ends up ending at our maximum. We're going to start counting our groups now. Okay, so 0 through 9, we have 3, 1, 7, 1, 5, 2, 2, 0, 1, 2, and 0. So that was a lot. Okay, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 numbers. Okay, remember, a cumulative final has everything that was included, right? So, Miss May, how many numbers did I have in that first category?
11.
So that means my cumulative frequency right now is also 11, okay? Now we're going to count the next category, 10 through 19. I only saw 3. Okay, so if our frequency is 3 in this category, again, for a cumulative frequency, we had 11 numbers that we've used, so 11 plus our 3 means we will now have used 14. Okay, so I'm going to draw a little thing here. You're always taking the previous number and you are adding it to the new frequency to make the new total. Okay, now I'm looking at the next group. 20 through 29. I only saw 3. Okay, so Miss May, if I originally had 14 and I'm going to have 3 more, what would my new cumulative frequency be?
17.
Correct. All right, next group, 30 through 39. Okay, I only saw 2. So if I have 2 more, I now have 19 numbers. And the last one, 40 through 49. I saw those two. So then 19 plus our two more means 21 would be our total. So Miss May, how can I check to make sure that that was correct? What should I do?
Well, then you must have 21 numbers in the original data.
Ooh, let's find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, yeah.
Nice, blackjack, right? All right, so Miss May, anything to add on that one?
Looks good to me.
Sweet. So if it says the word cumulative, remember you just need the extra column. Now we are flipping to the back side. Okay, our next example is the same thing, except for we're going to basically add a histogram, which is a bar graph. Okay, histogram is a bar graph that can display data from a frequency table. The bar graph height shows the frequency of data in each interval. So our example, the data below are the number of hours per week a group of students spent watching TV. So for our table, we are looking at number of hours spent watching TV. Okay, that will also be our x-axis for our bar graph. For that one, I'm just going to put hours TV. Okay, now we are going to be counting our frequency. But just like the first example, we need to make our categories. Okay, so we're going to take our max. Our max will be the number 22. Minus our min. Our min will be 0 again. And we will add 1 to that. So 22 minus 0 is 22, plus 1 more is 23. Okay, hopefully you're not sitting there with a calculator dividing, right? 23 is prime number. That's not going to work. All you need to do is if you get a funky, weird number like this, just round it up to the next number that would work well. So I'm going to round this up to the number 24 because I can divide that by 4. If I want to divide 24 into groups of 4, that means there will be 6 numbers in each group. Miss May, does that work?
Sounds good to me.
All right. Would you have been upset if they rounded up to 25?
5 and 5 sounds good too.
Nice. Okay, so again, we're starting at the min, 0, 2, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Too many. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go.
There it is. Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Miss May, does that cover all of our numbers?
Yeah, because our max is 22.
Perfect. 22 will fit in there. Nice. All right. We're searching for the categories 0 through 5. I counted 6 of those. We're looking 6 through 11. I counted 5 of those. Then 12 through 17. I counted 3. And 18 through 23. So the only one is going to be our max. Awesome. Now you just got to change this into a bar graph, right? So our left hand side, our y-axis, should just say frequency. All right. And our max frequency is 6, so I'll go by ones, starting at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then our bottom will just be the categories. So we have the 0 through 5, 6 through 11, 12 through 17, and 18 through 23. All right, so I'll draw this line. It's going up to 6, right? Our next one is going from 5. Our next one, 12 through 17, is 3. And our last one is just going to be at a 1. Perfect looking bar graph. Miss May, anything want to add for that?
Looks good.
So we're looking for our table, right? X-axis, Y-axis. The numbers are plotted, and our bar graphs. You can color them if you want. If you want to leave them blank like that, that's perfectly fine. Last things we need to talk about is looking at or analyzing bar graphs and what we see. Okay, there's 3 types of bar graphs that we're learning in Algebra 1. The first one we're looking at is called uniform, right? Think about if you wear a uniform at the middle school, right? Everyone kind of looks the same, is dressed the same. So if you see a bar graph where they look about the same amount, the same heights, that's going to be called uniform. Symmetrical means similar on both sides, I think. So if I drew this straight down, if I look, the left side looks very similar to the right side. And then if you see it pushing or falling a certain direction, that will be called skewed. All right, good luck on this.
Woo!
See ya later.